So I've been thrifting a lot this year, and I've picked up some really awesome sewing and craft related goodies from my local Value Village and just other thrift stores in my area. So I figured I'd do a haul for you of all of the things that I've gotten this year. So we're just gonna go for it. Are you ready? Have chocolate. Chocolate makes it all better. So I want to be transparent here. What's happening is I need to actually pack, sort, and put all of this goodness away to their proper homes. And I've been waiting to show you all, and some of it I have started like packing away in their rightful places. So I will, but there's enough here that we can just focus on what I have. And if there's anything that I feel like is really exciting that I want to show you that isn't on the table, I will do that at the end. But there is no real rhyme or reason. I have been treating myself with visits to the thrift store on Thursdays for what I like to call Thrifty Thursday, where my Value Village has an additional 25% off everything in the store. So that's been like the treat for making it through the week almost. Because it's been one heck of a year. So anyway, I've picked up some really awesome stuff that I didn't know that I could get patterns at the thrift store. I didn't know that there were sewing notions and just all of these really amazing things. And on this channel, I really want to make sewing seem more accessible. I know it can seem so expensive because if you're only shopping at Joann's and other places like that, it can be. However, by shopping through sales and going to your local thrift store, you might find that you're gifted with really amazing treasures and sometimes vintage pieces, which could be even better than things that you find today. So let's go through what I've got. So first off, not too long ago, I picked up this like huge 2 spools of like serger thread, I'm assuming, for $3.99. You have to minus, like, account for the 25% off of all of these things. I only go to the thrift store on Thursdays and Mondays when they give me additional money off. But yeah, so I got 2 of them because I have my brother Lock 1034D. And I figured, you know, black, it's like almost charcoal color in here. I guess I'm showing you now, so I get to open them. But yeah, it's this like charcoal color. Sorry, it has a little fuzzy lint. Yeah, but I figure even if I use this and then wash the garment after I make it, you know, to clean it, because I don't know of a way to just wash the thread. I'm not going to throw this into the washer machine. So I'll make the garment in it and then wash it all done up so that, you know, I cleanse the thread and everything. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this because this is so much thicker than, so much more like thread on here than what you get on the spools that you get at the store. I just hope it fits because that's quite chunky at the base. I hope it fits on the serger, like all 4 of these lined up. So I'll have to see about that. But I thought for the price, this was a steal because I think at Joann's for this price, you might be getting just 1. So that was pretty good. Then I haven't even opened this and I've been wanting to open it for $4.99. So this was $4 with the 25% off. This whole bag of zippers. The reason I got it, I have like my majority of my stash of zippers is thrifted. Let's just put that out there. I have been looking whenever I go to the thrift store and I see like a bunch of zippers. especially if they're good quality ones, based on like the name and how they look, if they've been well kept and they weren't used and then like seam ripped. I get them because zippers can be so expensive, and then you're looking for different types of zippers, lengths of zippers, colors of zippers. It's intense. I got this one and I was so excited because they had separating zippers and metal zippers, and I don't have a lot of those in my, or any, I don't think, separating zippers in my stash. And this one looks like look at that. What? 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 I'm so excited. Yeah, this is gonna go in a jacket. I can absolutely like do something about this hoop thing, but otherwise this is fantastic. It's a YKK zipper, which, you know, I know those are really, really good. So I'm very excited to have a separating zipper in my stash in this like bright yellow, sunshine, hello. Then it has some, are these separating too? Whoa, again with the, I don't know what is going on with that. Oh, I gotta remove the sticker. This is tangerine, 22 inches. I love when they have like the authentic, like the old, anything that like shows me a bit about the origin of where it's from. But this is $1.20. Look at that. Yeah, so this is not separating, but it's like cloth, like fabric on the ends. Very, very nice. But yeah, tons. So for $4, you all know how expensive zippers can be. Come on. This is fantastic. Look at this. Oh, what? 23 inches. How many? Whoa, these are all separating zippers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this like really vibrant cobalt blue color. The original, well, 23 inches. Yeah, but these are separating zippers too, so that's awesome. And these are YKK as well. Then I have these. Oh my gosh, that's really okay. This is one zipper. That is really long. This is 83 inches. I don't know what I would, if I was making like a suitcase. Am I even this? I'm not even 83 inches long. Like this isn't a dress. This is like a parka, a sleeping bag. I don't know. It was $7 once upon a time. I got the whole bag for $4. That's awesome. Next, 20-inch, this like beautiful powder blue. This is a metal zipper. Look at me. I have so many awesome. This is separating too. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. This is so cool. Okay, very excited. We've only talked about 2 things I've gotten. I gotta move forward. Okay, same thing. Another one. Oh my god, so many zippers. This one is another separating zipper. I'm very happy to add these to my stash. You have no idea. I have a ton of zippers, invisible, regular, all the polyester ones, but it's nice to have these that are like fabric on the ends. It's nice to have different options. It's nice to have different colors and to have separating and metal zippers. Pretty good. So talking about zippers, like I said, I often try and look for some. This was $2.99 and I got these Talon zippers. Hello. I wasn't familiar with Talon because nowadays you don't really see them in store, but whenever I get nice things from the thrift store, I Google them and they are like a phenomenal brand from back in the day. They closed down, but yeah, they were like US owned and operated and all of that. And they're self-healing. So you can like, if it got out of place, you just zip it down and zip it back up and it would work again. Yeah, but really, really nice coil zippers. They lay really flat, which is something that I liked as well. And then look at this. I got this set mainly for these polyester knit. I don't have any like this. And I've seen some on a few sewists that I follow, these like really thin. It's just so bendable. It's really great for like putting in knit garments. And I really like that. So these are Ykk zippers. So it came with three. So 3 of those. They're shorter, but they're only 7 inches, but still really nice. So I got this dusty blue, this brown, and this off-white. And then some other zippers. So I'm just going to collect my zipper pile. My zipper pile is going to be really large by the end of this video. I got a ton of trim, bias binding, and Rickrack at the thrift store. So you'll see those throughout. I should have grouped them before I came on here. We'll go through them as they come. So for $2.99, I remember once I was about to go to Joann's for their like buy 3 get 2 of the bias binding, that sale. And I was going to pick up some bias binding for a project I was working on. But then I decided I either went to Joann's and they were closed, or I just opted to go to the thrift store first and then circle back to Joann's if I didn't find it. And sure enough, I was blessed at the thrift store with like a bag for the price of one, for the price of like one, you know, bias binding that you get at Joann's. I got this many. It's amazing. So $2.99 plus 25% off. And look at this. So I got the stretch lace, and I didn't even know what these are for, but they're really great for knits and stretch fabrics. But I have a ton of those now. I have the really broad bias binding, more of this beautiful like nylon hem facing in this awesome like deep navy color, and just a ton. I mean, this pack had a lot of the lace sort of trimming. You have some of the iron-on seam binding, which is really nice. And then this seam binding, the Rayon, 100% Rayon, non-shrink hem tape, which is really, really good, especially when you're working with like Rayon challis or anything that's a lighter fabric and you don't want to put that really sturdy, you know, bias binding that can sometimes add a bit too much structure, and just a whole bunch of the flexi lace. So I have an entire, get it out right here. So almost all of my like bias bindings and hem tape and flexi lace and all of that have been thrifted. I did purchase some before I knew that I could discover them at the thrift store. And since I found that out, honestly, for $1.99, $2.99, because the colors vary and maybe I will have a hem that's a lot longer, it's nice for me to have these options available to me, because when that project comes up, I'll be happy that I can like go through my stash and find a color in one of these bindings that works for the fabric that I'm using. You can't beat that price. You cannot beat that price. So I went to the Poconos for a weekend, like a cabin sort of trip a couple months ago. And I, while the kids were sleeping, snuck and went to the local Goodwill because I was like, oh, the Poconos, they might have like amazing things. I didn't find a ton of stuff, so don't get too excited. But what I did find was like the most amazing trim selections, and I was so happy. This isn't all of them, but I'll just show you what I have here in this bag. I think I got these. I was able to pick them out for, I think, 50 cents a piece. What? Look at this lace trim. It's like the cutest little, has the little flowers in there, and then it just like frills. Imagine this like on collars just peeking out, or like on shirts. You can like design them and put it. I love it. I love it. And for 50 cents, no, you're not gonna find that. You're not gonna find that. This is 6 yards of it. I was trying to see what this one is made out of, but it doesn't say, like if it's nylon or polyester, but I can assume it's a polyester of some sort, possibly. Same thing, but this one is in off-white, which I really like. You can really tell the cream and the off-white difference when they're together. So I thought that that was lovely to have, to just embellish, make something that's kind of simple and plain and just make it really nice. Similar thing here with the heart. It's a really nice spool of all of that trim. Then this spool is empty because I took it off of the spool so I could go ahead and wash it. So I washed quite a few of these, which is why I don't have all of them to show you. But I think I have them somewhere. I don't know where I put them. And look at this trim. It's so cute. It's so cute. So I love this off-white. They also have this elephant belt. Unrelated, but I feel like I could just wear it as a belt like this, but I feel like there's so much I could do with this. Anyway, this was another spool of amazing trim that I will show you probably at the end of this video. I'll clip it in, or that's the magic of editing. I could just put it next. All right, next up, big bag, Rickrack and all that. So I have been eyeballing this phenomenal Zimmerman dress. It's like multi-tiered, different colors. It's made of cotton voile, but I have put aside some linen fabrics that I have that I'm thinking I could sort of recreate it. Cotton voile and linen are very different fabrics, and I think I'm not going to get the movement and flow. So I don't know if I'm going to hate it if I make it in linen, or if it'll just be my interpretation and be okay. We'll see. But anywho, it has Rickrack on the various tiers, and I lucked up and got this entire bag. Look at all that Rickrack, from jumbo, medium to micro. I'm so happy. All these different colors. I had only known Rickrack to be used in children's clothing. So when I had all of this stash of Rickrack all of a sudden, I went on to Google, as I do, and I looked up women's Rickrack dress, and that's how I found the Zimmerman dress. And I, since then, I'm like, that's what I'm gonna make. Unfortunately, after I bought these, I remember going back to the thrift store, like, you know, a couple weeks later or so, and there were just like, it just kept coming. The Rickrack was just flowing in after the new year. I think as people were like purging their stash for the new year. And I told myself, you already have that Rickrack at home. You haven't used it yet. You know, don't get more until you use it. Treating it like it was Joann's, as if I could just go back and pick it up when I felt like it. And I didn't buy it. And now I look at this Rickrack, and of course, because there are various sizes, like I don't have enough of just the small or enough of just the medium to make that dress. And every single time now I'm kicking myself for not picking up those $1.99 packs of like 5 and 6 Rickrack. It's so sad just thinking about it. Do you ever just get really sad about all the things that you left behind at the thrift store? I do. I have so many things on my list that I'm like, why didn't you just get it? Why didn't you get it? More bias binding and hem tape, $1.99. Different colors. Adding that to the stash. This is really exciting. This was $2.99, and it's felt. I am a lover of all different types of art forms. If you are an like OG subscriber, and that doesn't have to be that old because I have only been around but so long. But at the very beginning, I started off with my 99 Names art series, which I will be getting back to, God willing, and I was exploring all different types of art forms in that, and one of the things on my list to do is felting. So when I came across this whole bag, assortment of felt colors, I had to have it because now all I need to get is the like poker. There's like this tool that you use in felting that I am gonna get, but now I have the felt that I need for that craft project when I get to it, and that was $2.99, less than that since I got it at a discount. all of this embroidery floss and then shoelaces that I could put in drawstring pants. This was incredible. I'm so happy I picked this up, and I could embroider on dresses, on different garments that I'm making, in all the colors, in just all of the colors. So that was very exciting. No surprise here, $1.99. So this is that time period where everything was just $1.99 and I left the Rickrack. But I did pick up, I was like, oh, bias binding. You use bias binding. You don't really use Rickrack. I hadn't seen that dress yet. Otherwise, I would have gotten it. I would have. Anyways, $1.99, more bias binding. You can't even get, I mean, Walmart, you can get cheaper bias binding. So if you don't catch the buy 3, get 2 free, or buy 3, get 3 free at Joann's for bias binding, go to Walmart. Their standard price is about like $1.97 for bias binding for most of the sizes. So still cheaper if you ask me. So, but yeah, $1.99 for all of this. And I got this. It says it's skirt belting. I don't know if maybe you like cover this in fabric and make a belt. I don't know what that is, but really interesting. These are iron-on patches, and there are, yeah, I guess if you put like a hole in your clothes, so it's all different colors. Interesting. Oh, ooh, like a, oh, that's the back of it. That's what you iron on. Yeah, different colors, so that's cool. Then it has one zipper for me, and then a whole bunch of bias tape going in the stash. Yet again, more. Okay, I won't bore you with this, but yes, more. I think this was also $1.99. More of the lace hem tape, more so, different colors. And then this was what was really special. This is why I actually got the stash. Yeah, that was $1.99 too. And it comes, look at this. It's 3.5 yards. Just the most darling, like, lace trim. So I felt like this was super special and I wanted to get it. So when I peeked into the plastic, I was like, oh, I do have a lot of bias binding, but this was really special. The best trim price that I got. 48 yards. Okay, well, it's not 48 yards left, but I think it is 36 yards. At least they wrote 36. I don't know. This is a nylon trim. This is what it looks like. I paid 99 cents. What? I cannot wait for a project where I need black trim. I've been in love with the brand Zimmerman, that designer, and she does amazing things with trim like this, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So that was really good. More zippers. This pack was, oh, there's my, okay, anyway. We can assume it was maybe $1.99, at most $3.99, but look at all these zippers, all the colors. So this is the brand of zipper that you get now, right? Like when you go to Joann's, Walmart, anywhere, Wawac, wherever you're shopping. But yeah, just the Coats and Clark zippers. So I like this. You got some invisible, but mostly the polyester. Different colors, different sizes. Anytime I see a good set of these, I snag them as well. Look at this awesome mint color. This was in a different pack. It fell out. There it is. So some more of the Talon zippers. This was a $2.99 pack with one little bias binding. But yeah, I love Talon zippers now that I know what they are. So yeah, I just picked up a couple really beautiful colors in this pack. Then I got some embroidery hoops. You'll see this is a trend. I like embroidery hoops. It's just all the possibilities. Do I embroider much now? No, but will I? Yes. $3.99. So I paid only $3 for it then, right? 25% off? Yeah. I think so. I think that's right. Here we go. So it came with 4 of them. I think for that price, that's good, right? I think that's good. These are wooden, different, 3 of them are the same size. And then one just slightly bigger. But yeah, all that embroidery floss I have and the hoops, I did pick up subsequently more and different and other hoops as well. So I better get to embroidering soon, since I have all the supplies I need. So that's that. Oh, this one, let me just show you this. Just, yeah, I was tired of buying really expensive thread. So when I saw this, I just picked it up. $2.99. Some different thread. I think this is like, well, it's obviously either cotton or polyester, but not really a brand name. So, but not a problem. I mean, some solid colors here, right? Pretty good for $2.99, I think. Adding that to the stash. Whoa. More zippers, $3.99. Okay, I think I can ease up on the zippers now that I have the, you know, the knit ones, and I have the separating zippers and all the Talon zippers and all the more zippers. So there's that. Some more zippers. $1.99. How could I say no? All right, I do. I need to start saying no. But that's what happened when I said no to the Rickrack, and look at me now, looking for more Rickrack. So, no, but I think I do have enough zippers. So some longer ones in these really nice coral and pinky colors, and then some fabric ones. These look, well, maybe they just didn't have a casing. Anyways. See thread, so I don't know. I don't know if someone used them and then took them out or something. But yes, fabric zippers nonetheless. Oh lordy. Okay, I'm not gonna do this again. So $2.99, I got a whole bag of crochet needles. I love crocheting. I've never really gotten big into knitting. I knitted, well, am in the process of knitting, I should say, an orange scarf that's been years in the making. I started it and left it, started unraveling in a really weird place, and I just couldn't be bothered. But I love to crochet. I think there's something about it just requiring the one needle that just works for me. I can visually understand that a bit more than knitting. But yeah, I love that these are metal ones. I often buy the plastic ones from Joann's, but they can break on you and do other things. So I prefer the metal ones, and I got like all the sizes for a fraction of the price. Then in this awesome bag, I love when I get like genuinely vintage notions. They are so much sturdier and like awesome. So this is Will Snap. Yeah, I just feel like there's a bit of history. It feels like someone's grandma or aunt like gifted you their old stuff, and it just feels really, really good. So this will never rust. Okay, look at these hook and eye closures. They are like meaty. I have never seen hook and eye closures this like sturdy before in my life. But they don't make things like they used to. You hear folks say that all the time, but once you get your hands on some of these like vintage things, you're like, yeah, it's so true. So these are some snaps. And it just came with a bunch of different sizes of snaps and different things. So that was really fun. So that was that pack. Put that away. So I thought that was good to have. The little price thing came out of this, but similar to the prices I'm sure that I've been getting some of the other things for. This was $3.99. This is one of those, once I got it home, I couldn't make out exactly what was in the bag, but it seemed enticing. So I was like, oh, $3.99. You know, it was maybe $3 with the 25% off. So I decided it was worth bringing home. Once I got it home, I could have left it at the store. I'm not thrilled with what it is. They're trims, and trims can be expensive, so I do like to get trims when I find good ones at the store. But I just don't know what I would do with these kinds of trims, you know? I feel like this, if I put it on a garment, and then, I mean, I wash my clothes in the washer and dryer. I just feel like this would get tangled and caught and, I don't know, cause damage or something. But it's this type, which I feel like they're more for like crafting, you know? I don't know, like put it at the bottom of like a lampshade. You know those old lampshades that have these things dangling from them? But it is in the stash, as they say, and I'm sure one day I'll find something to do with them. Maybe. Possibly, I hope. But yeah, so that's one of those that I'm like, I wish I didn't get it, but here we are. This is something that I'm kicking myself because I left its sister at the thrift store and I wish I got them both. So this is $3.99. Let me show you what it is. I didn't know what it was when I was in the store, and that's why I left the rest of it behind. This is Rayon seam binding. When I saw it, I was like, oh, is it ribbon? And then I saw Rayon seam binding on it, and I was like, oh, I think this is for clothes because rayon is a fabric. So that's why I got it. It has a woven edge. If you've never worked with rayon seam binding, it is similar to, I have them here. No, I just had them. Where is it? Where is it? Let me, of course, now that I'm looking for it, I won't find it. But they sell them like this. Yeah, here. This is 100% rayon seam binding. This is what that is. But in this pack, you only get 3 yards. This once was, it no longer is, obviously, but this was once 100 yards of this stuff on a roll. What? And I got it for $3.99. And so this is, as you can see, like this awesome marigold yellow color. You have this green. This tan one says dry clean only. I don't know how true that is. Like, is it not pre-shrunken like the rest of them? I don't know. But there was a pack that had this awesome like light blue and another sort of tanny color and another thing, because it had 3. And then I thought, oh, well, you already have this pack. Like, just get this one and leave the other one. Then when I got home and looked up what rayon seam binding was, and found, I should have looked it up like in the car or in the store before I checked out, because I would have gotten them both, because again, 3 yards, so many more yards, right? Like, I could use this forever. But anyways, it's okay because I do have quite a few of the smaller packs and I haven't even started scratching the surface with those, but it's just one of those things you think about and you're like, oh, would have been nice to have maybe. This is a $1.99 pack and it has this lovely black lace right here, really cute, along with some of those iron-on patches again. Some various notions, just a lot of seam binding stuff, a few hook and eye closures too. So that's gonna go in the stash. All right, $2.99. More Coats and Clark's zippers. Nothing sort of groundbreaking to see here, but lots of the same length. So I don't know if this person was like making a collection or in the same color. So all in this awesome olive green color, but I like this color, so that's fine with me. I figured the way I justified that, I was like, you're paying probably the price that you would pay for one at Joann's. You have 4. I'm sure they'll get used up. This is a pack. Wow. Ooh, I paid a lot of, what? So this pack, now I'm curious to see what was in here that caught my eye to justify this price. So $6.99 with 25% off. So, oh, okay, I remember now. So it had this. These are for jumpers, like all the notions for when you're doing overalls. And I have heard from all the people, all the sewists making all of their awesome overalls, that this could be quite expensive. And they're vintage, so I thought that would be nice to have. My name, nowhere do I have G's, but I have these micro S's. All these iron-on decals, some cherries. I have these awesome red buttons. Buttons to cover, like self-covered buttons. I've never made those, so that's really nice. and I think this is the size for it. They've already cut it out, I guess. It had some zippers in there, some short ones, some long ones, some ones in packages, tons of things in here. More and more zippers. But then they also had this 100 Eyelet Refills. But this is open, so there's not 100 in here, but once upon a time Eyelet Refills. And then some like interesting patches that someone hand sewed together. So that's like history, right? Someone made that by hand, so that's sweet. So I can wash those, and I don't know, but tons of things going in the stash. And maybe one day I'll make overalls and put a cherry on it and do something with eyelets. I don't know. Oh, and a tea. Again, all monograms I don't necessarily need, but now I have. I could gift them. I could put it in someone's gift, you know? Oh, God, more zippers. $2.99, pack of separating zippers. Again, for activewear, or like when you're making a jumpsuit or, you know, bomber jackets and things, you need a separating zipper. Or maybe I'll make my kids coats. I don't know. But now when I do, I have separating zippers to keep it all together, and that makes me happy. And these can be really expensive at Joann's and at the craft store. So that is what I got. All right, $3.99. And oh, I remember why I got this. So I saw this and I was like, oh, that's such great thread. Came with a keychain. I don't know what this is about. Some other threads as well. Some embroidery floss, which I can add to the other embroidery floss I have. Some white thread, and then some pink ribbon. $3.99. Oh, and some brown Rickrack. I have to add that to my Rickrack stash. That might get me a little bit closer to the Zimmerman dress, I think. So I'm packing everything in my little rolly cart, and it is getting really full. You can't see it, but it's here. So next up, more Rickrack. $2.99. Let me try and recall why I got this one. Whoa, 2 iron-on pockets. What does that even mean? No sewing? What? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. So this is adhesive felt to protect furniture. Oh, I get it. You put it on the bottom of like your furniture so it doesn't scratch the surfaces. Some more iron-on seam binding. Some brown Rickrack. Yeah, this is one of those I probably could have left at the store. $1.99. I think I got this one for the lace. Yep, for the lace that's inside. And in here, I could peek through and see that they had this. And some other colors. The brown and the blue in the same, like, really nice floral little lace trim. And yet again, some more. Flexi hem facing. All going to the stash. Are you still there? Oh, I can switch it up. So here we go. For $2.99, I got these. They are welded joints macrame craft rings. And each set comes with 3. Yeah, 3. So I thought that that was really good. They have a welded joint, brass plated, 4 inches. I felt like I could have ideas of how to use that in the future, for sure. This is a $1.99 pack. And this came with, yes, I remember, fabric covered buttons, half ball cover buttons. Half ball, oh, I get it. Yes, 7/8 of an inch half ball cover buttons, no tool required, which made me pretty darn happy. However, is that a tool that they're using in the back in the diagram? I don't know. But it's 3 pieces, and sometimes you want fabric covered buttons. I don't know. Here is a unicorn wallet, still in its original packaging. I need a coin purse like nobody's business, so I might use that. Here is illusion cord. Do you see it? Is it an illusion? Can you, no, but can you see it really? That's not gonna help you. I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah, that could be helpful for something. It also came with beads. I love beading. In the 99 Names art series, I do plan to do some artwork with beads, and these are really, really beautiful and tiny and appropriate for the type of artwork that I think I might gravitate towards for that project. So that could be useful. I love these. They remind me of the shoelaces in Timberland boots, and I could also see myself using this as a drawstring for something in the future that I make. So yeah, for $190, was that $199? I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Ooh, boy. Okay, this is another one. This was $4.99. Take a look inside here. So the reason I got this, similar to the other pack that I saw that had the overalls joints in there, I saw this and it had a number of D-rings. And when you're trying to make belts for maybe like a summer dress or something like that, while D-rings probably aren't the most beautiful always, they get the job done. And it came with all of these different like belting options and stuff. So I figured it might be worth having. Even if I wanted to like cover this belting material with the fabric of the garment that I'm making and then put it through the D-rings, that could work. So I think the price of D-rings alone and probably this cording, like whatever this belting is called, I'm sure it's more than $4. So I felt like that was good to have on hand. Then I got all of these threads for $3.99. And the reason, I mean, I have thread. The reason why I got this is because they're like so, well, unique to me because I've never seen this before. But these are spun on like a styrofoam almost, it looks like. I don't think you're going to be able to see. But look, it's like styrofoam. Like what it's spun on. I think that's so cool. So it's spun polyester, 200 yards. Macrame, Prestige. Do you know these brands? Lily? I don't know. But I thought that was so cool. And then I saw one from Talon, which is the maker of those zippers that I was getting. And it just, I was like, I know these names now. I know vintage brands. Okay, more binding. This said woven hose supporter. What's that? Tell me down below in the comments. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is. This is easy adjust tape, but I really think this is just Velcro. I don't know why they call it easy adjust tape, but it is Velcro. And then I got for $3.99 a set, like 3 sets. I got 3 sets of these bamboo purse holders. Look at that. Bamboo holders. So I can make my own summer purses because that is in season. Now, most recently, I couldn't resist. I'm so weak. But this was $2.99 for all of these hoops. And they have square hoops and oval hoops and round hoops and large hoops and small hoops. I could not leave this behind. And then this one was just, look at them. It's like nesting hoops, $1.99. All of these. So I have a lot of hoops now. So I gotta start either hula hooping or embroidering or something, because I'm prepared for sure. But I like having multiple hoops because, for example, if you're working on embroidering multiple pieces of like a dress, then you could just put the embroidery hoops in all of those different sections without having to like sew and then finish and then unclasp the hoop and put it on another section and do it that way. You know what I mean? So that's how I justify it in my mind. It's a problem, I know. So next up, I got these buttons for $2.99. Honestly, guys, you might think this is so obnoxious, but oh, here are my other buttons. Oh, but I also have this pack of buttons, which I've already beautifully organized and separated and sorted through. I love them that much. But I think I'm going to devote an entire video to just my button collections that I've thrifted, because they are that beautiful, unique, and inspiring, and they deserve their own moment to shine. So I can tell you what ideas I have, like which buttons inspire certain garments or fabrics that I feel like I can match with the buttons and all of the things. So I hope that you stay tuned and you subscribe so you can see that. But do you see all the gold flecks? Are you getting hints of all of the beauty and antique and vintage that live within this $2.99 bag of buttons and this $3.99 bag of buttons? It's amazing. And then I picked up this organizer because I'm gonna need to organize some of these things. I don't even know if this is enough, but yeah. So that was long. I know. I'm sorry, I'm just checking to see if I showed you everything. I know I didn't show you everything, but really that's, you get the gist, I'm sure. That, ooh, look. This was like a while ago. I thrifted a bag of, let me grab them. So this was from, it wasn't this year. I don't know what year, maybe like within the past 2 years or so, I thrifted this bag of like trim and embellishments. And that's when I was like, you can find this at the thrift store. I had no idea. But it came with these. Oh my, I just noticed it's from G Street Fabric. And you all know, if you watch this channel, you know how much I love G Street Fabric. And I never knew these were from but it makes sense. It makes total sense now because it's fabulous, and so are they. Well, look at this. First of all, this one piece of red trim was $5.50, then reduced to 50% off. I got a whole bag of these. I don't know how much because I didn't think to save the price back then, but it was nowhere near $5.50 for all of them. What? It's beautiful. And it also came with, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. The thing is, it's not like long enough to reach the floor of whatever it's gonna be on. Most likely I would do it this way, so that the border is around. I don't know. I don't know where I see myself using this. Like on a, this would be beautiful on like an open front abaya right here. What? Or like, and then trim it around the cuff. What? I think that's what I'm reserving this for. An open front abaya, kimono style, you know, duster, whatever you want to call it. I think that's gorgeous. Then it came with this. I don't know. This is maybe too vintage for me, but it's cute. Was the pack $2.99? It couldn't have been. That's too good of a price, but possibly, allegedly. This, unfortunately, you could see from the back that either someone put heat to this, like it's damaged the nylon, but they cut this out of something because I can see the edges. You can see some of that damage in the pulling here in the netting, or I don't know if this is polyester or nylon, but anyway, another sort of like something. I feel like Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this a little bit. Rest in peace, RBG. Anything else from here? So yeah, it came with some of those really, oh, this one. Some of those really interesting trims. And this I feel like is one of those vintage collars that sits sort of in the back like this and then comes over to the front like that. So then you can have this like on the yoke in the back and then it comes down in the front like that. I don't know, put it on like a sweater or something. I don't know, not necessarily my style, but not my style, right? Like I would have to see it. It has to be on the right thing for me to be into this. But if I were to be able to find beads similar to the ones used here, then I could like include those beads maybe on other parts of whatever the garment would be, and then kind of make it feel cohesive to bring it up to speed, up to date. Look at how beautiful, just the detailing on all of this stuff. I love thrifting. I love thrifting so much, and I feel like I want to do a separate video on why I love thrifting as much as I do. Yes, it's for the thrill of the bargain, and yes, you can get things at reduced prices, but for me, it's so much more than that. It's like receiving a gift from someone else, even if I don't know them, someone who loved maybe a craft, a hobby, and knew that the things that they have, either they've used them or didn't have a need for them anymore, but knew that it was of value and that someone else could benefit from it. And it's like they're gifting that to me, and I love it. So I highly encourage that if you are interested in any craft or hobby, that you check out your local thrift store, because I think it makes it more accessible. You don't want cost to be the thing that's keeping you from pursuing and really, following your heart with some of these projects and your creative endeavors. So I hope that this video has inspired you or opened your eyes to some of the possibilities of things that you could find at the thrift store. Unfortunately, it's not like I can link these things down below, because they are thrifted, and it's sort of like you get what's available. So I get that it's going to be hit or miss. But if you have the option, sometimes checking out a thrift store first and then using whatever your store of choice is to purchase your crafting and sewing supplies, you go there after, right? Because it's nice to just browse and become familiar. And if you go once and don't find what it is that you need, please don't write off the thrift store and say, oh, I'll never find anything there. Because it is like that. It's hit or miss because it depends on what is available that day, what people have donated. So just, I like to go when I'm not necessarily in need of a specific thing. I just kind of go and I browse. And then if I find something that day, I grab it, and then it's in my stash, and sure enough, the day comes when I need it, and then I'm like, I'm so happy I got that for like 50 cents. So I'm really happy and glad that I was able to review what I have, and now I can sort these out and pack them away, and you got to see a little bit of what my stash is like. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. I hope you were able to do something creative. And if nothing else, I hope that I kept you company or kept you entertained. If you like more content like this about creativity, about sewing, about thrifting, or just following your creative passions, please subscribe to this channel. I don't feel like I often say that enough, but I find that I myself am not subscribed to all the people that I love following and hearing from on YouTube. Their videos just kind of pop up. I see them and I'm really excited, and I think that I am, and sometimes I'm not. So check down below if you're not subscribed and you enjoyed this content. Please do consider subscribing. It really does help the channel. Also, when you like and share, if there's anyone out there that you feel like needs this message, needs that motivation to keep going in their creative endeavor, I hope you share it with them as well. Stay creative, my friends, and until next time, bye.